English Flow Podcast with Kei and Leo.
Hello, and welcome back to the English Flow Podcast, the place where we help you practice real English through honest, meaningful conversations. I'm Kei.
And I'm Leo. Thanks for tuning in today. We're really happy to have you with us.
Today's episode is called The Perfect Experience in My Life. We're going to share two personal stories, moments that felt powerful, emotional, and unforgettable.
That's right. These are the kinds of experiences that shape who we are, and they just might inspire you too.
So before we jump in, hey Leo, how's it going?
Hey, I'm doing pretty well actually. A little tired, but excited to be here. I've been thinking a lot about today's topic.
Haha, same. I kept going back and forth between a few memories, but one moment stood out so clearly I just had to talk about it.
Now I'm curious, and I've got one that still gives me goosebumps every time I think about it.
Have you ever had an experience in your life that felt just perfect? Like one of those moments where time stands still and everything just clicks?
That's a deep question. But yes, I think everyone has at least one perfect moment. You know, something that becomes a core memory.
Today, let's talk about that. We'll each share the perfect experience in our life, how it happened, why it mattered, and what we learned. This is going to be a special one.
I'm excited. I've been thinking about this all week, and I think I know exactly which moment I want to talk about. It totally changed my perspective on, well, everything.
Ooh, intriguing. I've got one of mine too, but it's a bit embarrassing to share. Haha.
Oh, come on. Now I'm even more curious. Don't worry. I'm sure everyone has at least one embarrassing story.
All right. I'll tell you all about it. We want our listeners to feel connected to us, right? That's what the English Flow podcast is all about.
Exactly. We're here to help you grow your English and your mindset one story at a time. And today, we're diving deep into the pursuit of perfection.
Or maybe not the pursuit of perfection, but rather those fleeting experiences that just feel right. That's what we're hoping to uncover in today's episode.
Yeah, it's not about being perfect, but about finding those moments that feel authentic and meaningful. So get ready to explore what makes an experience truly unforgettable. All right, mine happened 3 years ago. I decided to take a solo trip to Iceland. Just me, a backpack, and no solid plan. I was nervous. I never traveled alone before.
Whoa, that sounds brave. What made you do it?
I needed to escape the noise. I was feeling stuck in my job, my routines, even my friendships. I wanted space to think, feel, and reconnect with myself. And Iceland felt like another planet.
So what happened?
Well, the first few days were kind of rough, to be honest. I felt super lonely, like, what am I doing here all by myself? I almost booked a flight home.
Wow, I can imagine. Being alone in a foreign country can be pretty intense.
Yeah, it was tough, but I pushed through. I started hiking, exploring these incredible landscapes. I saw glaciers, volcanoes, black sand beaches. It was unreal. And slowly, I started to feel different.
Different how?
Lighter, I guess. Like I was shedding all this weight I didn't even realize I was carrying. I was forced to rely on myself, And that was empowering. I was navigating, making decisions. I was actually doing.
I love that. There's something so freeing about realizing you're capable of handling things on your own.
Exactly. And then on the third night, I camped near this huge waterfall, Skogafoss. I watched the northern lights dance across the sky. I cried, man. Not because I was sad, but because it was perfect. I felt small, but powerful at the same time. Like I was alive in every cell.
That's beautiful. That kind of moment stays in your bones, doesn't it?
Exactly. That night taught me that silence, solitude, and nature can heal parts of you that no one sees. And it taught me that I'm way stronger and more capable than I ever thought possible. I didn't know that I could pitch a tent in those kinds of conditions.
I bet. I still struggle with tenses, and I usually have someone helping me. So what did you do with that knowledge? Did it change things when you got back?
Absolutely. I quit my job, for one thing, started freelancing, which gave me more freedom and flexibility. I also started saying no to things that didn't align with my values. It was like Iceland gave me the courage to redesign my life.
Mine was a little different. Less travel, more heart-pounding panic. It was the time I performed on stage in front of 300 people, totally unplanned.
Wait, what? Keita on stage? You used to hate public speaking.
Exactly. That's why it changed my life. I went to support a friend at a storytelling event. Last minute, someone dropped out. My friend pushed me to take their place. I said no like 10 times.
But you did it.
Yes. I don't even remember what I said on stage, but I remember the moment I heard people laugh at one of my jokes. I wasn't scared anymore. I felt seen, accepted, even celebrated.
Wow. So from fear to freedom, all in one night?
Yep. So I've always been terrified of public speaking, right? I'd get clammy hands, my voice would shake, the whole 9 yards. The thought of standing in front of a crowd, nightmare fuel.
Yeah. I remember you being super shy in college.
Oh, man, you have no idea. But this night, like I said, my friend was performing, and I was there to cheer her on. And then disaster struck, or what I thought was disaster at the time.
Someone bailed?
Yep, one of the speakers got sick, couldn't make it, and my friend, bless her heart, she looks at me with these pleading eyes and says, "Kei, you have to do it. You're a great storyteller. Please!"
Ooh, she put you on the spot.
Big time. I wanted to run, hide under a table, disappear into thin air. I kept saying, no, I can't. I'll freeze. I'll make a fool of myself.
So what changed your mind?
Honestly, I don't really know. I think part of me was tired of being afraid, tired of letting fear control me. And my friend, she was so encouraging. She really believed in me. So after what felt like an eternity of back and forth, I caved.
That's wild. What did you even talk about?
That's the crazy part. I have no freaking clue. I had a rough idea of a story in my head, something funny that happened to me a few years ago, but when I got on stage, it was like my mind went blank.
Total blackout?
Pretty much, I just started talking, rambling, trying to make sense of my own thoughts. And then something amazing happened. I told a joke, I don't even remember what it was, and the audience laughed.
You killed.
I wouldn't go that far. But in that moment, all the fear, all the anxiety, it just vanished. I felt this incredible sense of connection with the audience, like we were all in on something together.
So from fear to freedom, all in one night?
Yup. It was like I'd unlocked a part of myself I never knew existed. That performance taught me that courage isn't about being fearless. It's about doing something even when you're terrified.
Wow. So what happened after that night? Did you suddenly become a public speaking guru?
Not quite, but I did start saying yes more. Yes to opportunities that scared me. Yes to new challenges. I realized that confidence isn't something you find, it's something you build, one scary moment at a time. It was a big change in my life and allowed me to grow.
You know what's interesting? Both of our perfect experiences involve stepping out of our comfort zones.
True. But what made them perfect wasn't that everything went smoothly. It was the emotional impact, that moment of clarity, of connection.
Exactly. It's like in those moments, the noise fades away and you're left with this crystal clear understanding of yourself and the world around you.
Yeah, like the volume of life just gets turned down and you can finally hear what your heart is saying, you know?
Absolutely. For me, sitting there staring at the northern lights, I wasn't chasing perfection. I wasn't trying to impress anyone. I just followed what felt true. And that brought me peace, growth, gratitude.
It's kind of like finding a missing piece of yourself that you didn't even know was gone.
Yeah. And the cool thing is, you don't need to travel to Iceland or stand on a stage to find it. It's about being open to those moments, wherever they happen to be.
And that's the power of storytelling, isn't it? Reliving those moments, sharing them with others, it amplifies the impact. It's like the lesson gets reinforced every time we tell the story. It brings new clarity.
I totally agree. It's like each time you share it, you're not just reliving it, you're also processing it on a deeper level. You notice new nuances, new meanings.
Exactly. And now we're telling the story again, which makes it even more powerful. Because the perfect experience doesn't end. It keeps teaching you. It keeps evolving.
It's almost like these experiences become part of your DNA. They shape who you are and how you see the world.
And they give you this incredible sense of perspective. You realize that even the toughest challenges are just temporary, that there's always light at the end of the tunnel.
Man, it's so true. That's why it's so important to reflect on these moments, to really soak them in and appreciate them.
Yeah, because life moves so fast, right? It's easy to get caught up in the day-to-day grind and forget about the things that really matter.
So true. But those perfect experiences, they're like anchors. They keep you grounded and remind you of what's possible.
Beautifully said, Leo. Beautifully said. So for anyone listening, maybe you're still waiting for your perfect experience. You feel like it's something that happens to you, not something you create.
Yeah, but that's not true, is it?
Nope. Here's the secret. Don't wait. Create it. You have the power to shape your own life and make these moments happen.
Exactly. It's not about passively waiting for a perfect experience to fall into your lap, but proactively seeking opportunities and embracing them.
Okay, so practically speaking, what does that look like?
Right. So first, say yes to something you normally avoid. That could be anything. A new hobby, a new challenge at work, a new type of food, a conversation with someone new.
Yeah, lean into the unfamiliar. Next, book that trip. Even if it's just a weekend getaway to a nearby town, changing your environment can do wonders for your perspective.
Exactly. Or speak up, Kei. Share your thoughts and ideas even if you're afraid of being judged. Your voice matters.
Okay, those are some good starts. How about this? Go alone. Whether it's to a coffee shop, a museum, or a concert, embrace the freedom of your own company.
I love that. And how about this? Write the song, paint the picture, build the thing, express yourself creatively even if you don't think you're good at it.
Yeah, get out of your head and into your body. Dance in public. Sing in the shower. Let go of your inhibitions and just have fun.
Exactly. Live fully, Kei. Embrace the present moment and appreciate the small things in life because those small things add up to something big.
The perfect experience often starts with a decision that scares you, but leads you to the version of yourself you haven't met yet. It's about pushing past your comfort zone and discovering new possibilities.
And when you find that moment, slow down, breathe, be there, fully present in the experience. Don't let your mind wander to the past or the future.
No! Savor it! Because perfection isn't in the details. It's in the feeling. It's in the connection. It's in the gratitude.
Absolutely. It's about recognizing the beauty and wonder that exists all around you and appreciating the gift of being alive.
Leo, I'm so glad we talked about this today. It reminded me how powerful one moment can be and how we all have the potential to create those moments in our lives.
Same here, Kei. I really enjoyed this conversation, and I think sharing these stories is important, isn't it? It helps us all connect.
Yeah, and talking about our lives helps us relive them.
Definitely. It's like we get to enjoy them all over again. And I think we all need to hear that it's possible to feel completely alive, to feel that sense of joy and connection and meaning.
Absolutely. And it's not about chasing some unattainable ideal, but simply embracing the beauty and wonder of everyday life.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you're listening,
What's your perfect experience? Or what's one step you can take to create it? We'd really love to know.
Yeah, we're genuinely curious. So many times podcasters say that and they don't really care.
Haha, but we do.
Yeah, we super do. So comment, message us, or just tell someone in your life your story matters. I really believe that. Don't underestimate the power of your experiences.
No, and especially don't underestimate the power of sharing them. Think of how different the world would be if we all shared a little more.
So true, Kei. So true. And maybe, just maybe, your perfect experience is waiting for you tomorrow.
Or maybe it's waiting for you to happen today. So go out there and make it happen. This was the English Flow Podcast, helping you grow your English and your mindset, one story at a time.
See you next time, and remember, your life is full of perfect moments. You just have to notice them. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.